opportunity to promote education as a means of creating positive change in this our great nation, more so in my new calling as a holder of a doctorate degree courtesy of Kibabii University. As I stand here before you, I'm reminded of the immense responsibility that comes with this honor. I pledge to uphold the values of this institution and to use my knowledge and skills to make a positive impact in the world. I will continue to challenge myself with a view to achieve new heights of excellency and to inspire others to do the same. In closing, I also seek solace in the words of Reynald Nebiu, whose prayer I hereby adopt as mine for today. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I stand before you, ladies and gentlemen, and remember one of the many books I've read, a book called Everyman by Obatunde Ijimere from Nigeria. In that book, there's a character called Everyman who saw every single individual in front of him as a slave and a tool to use. I stand before you as the opposite of Everyman, and I want you to see me as a slave and a tool to use. And I'll be available for you in every respect. For Kibabii University, I bring you greetings from President William Samoei Ruto, and he has instructed me to inform you what the Vice Chancellor mentioned, that yesterday his cabinet passed and approved a tranche of donation from the British Council of 140 billion that is going to be given to 6 universities for expansion of the academic facilities in innovation and other things. And Kibabii is luckily one of the 6 universities. This being donor-funded program is not going to be delayed or hampered by any local exchequer issues. And I have no doubt that Kibabii University, 2 years down the line, will be something totally different. I want to acknowledge honorable graduates and everybody present that the presence of this university here has brought positive change. With a population of students, and I and my colleagues here will ensure, Professor Ipara and the team, that we are going to ensure that Kibabii gets even more students so that the continuation of growth of the fraternity and population of Kibabii in particular and Bungoma town in general results in Bungoma being considered for a city in the very near future because of the hard work we do and the many things we do. Allow me to acknowledge the arrival of the Member of Parliament from Mumias East, the Honorable Peter Salasia. He is an eligible bachelor, he says, and I hope he's not on the pro. Lastly, Honorable fellow Kenyans, I want to join all Kenyans, particularly members of Parliament here assembled and elsewhere. Yesterday, but one, I gave members of Parliament an opportunity of 3 hours to speak to the issue of LGBTQI. I want to join the MPs and the leadership of this country, led by the President, to tell those perverts that if they want to construct a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah in Kenya, we are ready to deconstruct them with full force. Kenya is a society of upright morals, and we have no room for social misfits, social perverts, and those who have the inability to distinguish between male and female species in life. Lastly, allow me, honorable audience, to call forward my father, my son, my daughter, and my brother Tim, just to acknowledge that with them, I have walked this journey. My mother is, okay. My mother is a bit indisposed. She's not here. But my father is here. He's now 94.
Let us appreciate them.
This is my father, Mzee Dominic Wetang'Ula, who brought us up.
Makofi kwa
The
mzee.
grace of God is still living. Thank you, Papa. This is my kid brother. Come forward. Tim Wanyonyi Wetang'Ula.
Makofi kwa mheshimiwa Tim.
He is the third term member of Parliament for Westlands constituency, Nairobi, but is a neighbor to this institution. This is my son, one of my many sons, Engineer Alvin Wetang'Ula, a civil engineer from the University of Nairobi, working in Nairobi. This is my daughter, Pauline Nahanu Wetang'Ula, a civil engineer, first-class civil engineer from Monash University in Australia. She's working on her master's, but working with Kenya. And this is her fiance, Njoroge. Anthony Njoroge. Karibu sana. Asante sana. This is my brother, sorry. He was working with my dad, I hadn't noticed him. Joseph Wetang'Ula is your neighbor here at Tuti Market. Thank you so much, Kibabii University. I'll walk this journey with you. I'll work with you. And I want to assure you that in me, you have a friend. And in you, I have comrades. I will be your first and last line of defense, just like I count on you. Comrades led by your student leader, Kennedy Etiang, who is one of my friends. And you know I always nominate students from here to the council, to the assembly. We will work together. Professor Ipara, thank you. Bwana Njoroge, chairman, thank you. My daughter Beatrice Inyangala, thank you so much. We will be together. Asante sana. Governor Lusaka, who was my student here in Kibabii High School. I want to thank you for steering our county to a level where it can be recognized and be identified for Kibabii to be one of the 6 universities to share a tranche of 140 billion to develop Kibabii. Kibabii is definitely going to be at the same level as the University of Nairobi and other top-notch universities. My fellow graduate, Joshua Oigara, thank you so much, and everybody else who is here. Mungu atubariki. Now we'll sit back and felicitate those who have earned their degrees today, not because of work outside the university, but work in the university. Thank you.
Bwana VC.
Thank you very much. My name is Tim Wanyonyi, as has been introduced. I'm a member of Parliament for Westlands. Yeah. So he's a man with a large heart. He's a person who can give until God has given him here. I'm sure, as he has promised, he'll put used to it. So, being a national leader and the Speaker of the National Assembly today, it is one of the arm of government, and he has risen through ranks. You remember after 2007, post-election violence. He was one of the mediators who sat in the mediation that came up with the grand government that formed, that now ended the violence in Kenya. So I'm sure that whatever the university has done has identified one of the best sons of this soil, and I wish him all the best. God bless you.
But which is necessary. As we confer 100 degrees, we wish to note that this is being done against a background acknowledged. I wish to acknowledge Bishop Mechumo. I also wish to acknowledge, with a lot of humility, the Regional Commissioner, our friend, the Managing Director, Zoya Sugar. We collaborate with the industry. Professor Kibabii, former Deputy Governor. Professor Teresa Kenga, Vice Chancellor, University of Eldoret. We have Professor Solomon Shibairo, our own VC. Leadership in the private and public sector, spanning over 25 years, during which period he oversaw critical and significant. CPA Joshua Nyamoya Wegara was born on 9th November 1975 in a small village in Kisii, Kenya, as the last born son to William and Diana Oigara. His parents were both school teachers who doubled up as smallholder tea farmers at the Gesima settlement scheme in Borabu, where Joshua grew up. He acquired his early formal education at Eronge Adventist Primary School in his home area. Thereafter, he joined St. Kizito Nyasiongo High School for his O-levels. In 1994,
a finance expert par excellence, the newest doctor to be on the block. He will follow tradition, kneel down for conferment of the degree.
I admit you to the degree degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to this degree.
Shangwe!
Quite excited to be here at the great county of Bungoma, and in particular to address the distinguished congregation gathered in the occasion of the 7th Kibabii University graduation. To all the graduates present here today, it's such a pleasure and honor to be among you as you complete one of your first and most significant milestone, graduating from university, which is such a significant achievement that encapsulates years of hard work, sometimes disappointment, and a lot of commitment on your part. I am truly humbled today to be in your midst on this occasion, and it's a rare privilege and an honor to be conferred with the honorary degree of Doctor Humane Letters, honoris causa from Kibabii University. It's an accomplishment that I will cherish forever in my life. At the onset, allowing me to extend my gratitude to the University Council, the Senate, for the honor that you have accorded me today. Globally, these recognition and degrees deliver a lot of praise and pride as a great mark of recognition for outstanding performance to citizens across the world. And besides the prestige, such recognitions help shape many values across society. And I do pledge, Vice Chancellor and Chair of Council, that I will continue to play a significant role in advancing development, economic empowerment, social norms and growth, working as an alumni now of the university, Kibabii University, and our motherland in Kenya. I will also do with renewed vigor and energy as a proud ambassador of Kibabii University, and I did hear the Chair of Council mentioned around the endowment fund for the university, and I do hope and I do pledge to double that investment by an additional 10 million today to take it to 20 million, because my parents grew up as teachers and they were tea farmers, and so I do see the value, in the words of Nelson Mandela, that education is the only way that you can equalize opportunities across the world today. So thank you very much, Chair, for that challenge. I proudly accept the recognition and honor that allows the new Dr. Joshua Nyamoya Igara to continue to pursue excellence and commitment to build beyond. And I loved what the Honorable Senator spoke about, or how do we build Kibabii today to become not just a solid university in Kenya, but perhaps a benchmark for the continent, and perhaps globally recognized in the years to come. As the Honorable Speakers mentioned, and as the Senator spoke, that advocate for a life that is really fulfilled by leadership, by values, by courage, by determinations, by ambition to drive national development. And as you graduate,
congratulate my friend, my mentor, Joshua Igara, for achieving this height. And I am personally touched by what you have achieved. And I like to encourage the university